Ever seen a moon so big it looks like it's from a sci-fi flick? On June 11th, 2025, the full strawberry moon will hang super low in the sky, lower than any full moon until 2043. It'll look huge and golden, like nature's own blockbuster. By 2025, new telescope tech could let us zoom in on the moon's craters right from our yards. Picture seeing every detail, like a lunar close-up. Mark June 11th, 2025 on your calendar. Don't miss this epic moon show. Ever seen?
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham L'Chakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and much peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson, quick lesson through the spirit of power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Okay. And as you just saw in the clip that I just played, we are getting ready to witness the lowest full moon in the last 20 years. Okay? The lowest, which is going, which that makes it the biggest full moon that we've seen in the last 20 years. Okay, and that's something that should boost our faith. If anything, it should boost our faith. It should give us have us more in the mindset of looking forward to more prophecies coming to pass, being more occupied in prophecies, being more turned up in the spirit, okay? Because those of us that have the eye salve, that have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, those that are hastening the day of Yahweh Shai's return, we look for every little sign that the Lord shows us in order to righteously psych ourselves out, if you will. We look for all forms of spiritual ammunition, spiritual fuel to keep going and keep pushing. Okay? And the scriptures warned us about different signs in the heavens, in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars. The scriptures in the book of Genesis, the first chapter, it tells you that the moon was created for a declaration of seasons. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Okay. If not, let me see something light. Okay, this is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14. And the Most High said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." Okay, that's talking about the sun, moon, and the stars. And the Lord uses the sun, moon, and the stars to differentiate time. Okay? And this is not for us to get super deep in astrology, because as the scriptures say, this is the book of Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, right? This is all for edification. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2. "Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Okay, so we don't get too caught up in astrology and what the signs in the skies say, although the scriptures do tell us that the Lord created signs in the heavens. That don't mean we check a daily horoscope or get deep into Mercury being a retrograde and shit, but there's certain signs, evident, blatant signs that the Lord spoke about in the scriptures and told us to look out for that would point to the Lord's return. As a matter of fact, when the Lord was born on the earth, the scriptures speak about the wise men from the east that followed his star to find Yahushua when he was born, and they brought him gifts. Okay, another example, the scriptures speak about the sun being turned into darkness and the moon into blood. That's your solar and lunar eclipses. Right? Before the great and terrible day of the Lord come, which we've been having many blood moons and solar eclipses. We just had a blood moon on a Pesach this year, right? So these are signs showing that something is about to go down. Things is about to happen in the earth. And when you really think about it, we understand that the scriptures tell us that the heathen are dismayed at these signs. When you study your enemy as you should, the scriptures say we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. When you understand the way Esau and the heathen, starting with their elite, the way they do certain things on a major scale, on a global scale, it is always involving astrology. Esau, Edom, his elite, they involve astrology in all of their sorcery, which you study witchcraft, you study the left hand. All forms of witchcraft throughout the world, they incorporate some form of astrology. So, knowing our enemy, understanding our enemy, we know Esau likes to do certain things under the influence of certain astrological signs and during certain signs and events in the heavens. Okay? These different warlocks and witches, they like to put up different spells under the light of the full moon and under different eclipses and so forth and so on. Right? Well, this is going to be the brightest and lowest full moon in 20 years. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of spells going out, a lot of witchcraft going out, a lot of sorcery going out, which, Lord willing, something happens that day. Okay, so mark it, which is just in 2 days, right? It's going to be Wednesday. Today's Monday, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday is the 11th. You have 6/11, which is a reflection of 9/11, which we know Esau deals with numerology. So, Lord willing, something major takes place. Wednesday, we have these different riots going on, National Guard being called. It looks like martial law is going to be called pretty soon if this continues to escalate. So, we are in some very, very exciting and you know, shit is getting real. Shit is getting real. Lord willing, it continues, because this is what we need. We need this chaos to get out of here. We need chaos to take place so that this system can crash and the Lord can establish the new system. Okay? So, Lord willing, I end off with this. I don't want to make this too long anyway. This is Luke chapter 21. Luke 21 and verse 25. And there shall be, this is the words of Yahushua, right? Red letter. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. That's what we're seeing right now. They're seeing different signs in the heavens, different astrological events taking place. And we see chaos taking place on the earth. People bugging the hell out, right? Fires taking place, bombs exploding. And there's going to be more of it because it's prophesied in the scriptures. And Esau is working, for the Most High on the left-hand side. The Lord is putting the Spirit on him to bring forth this chaos on the earth, to fulfill biblical prophecy. Okay, verse 26 says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. You see? So this is the times that we're living in. You better believe it. What we just read, we're living in this exact time. And we're on an any day now basis of a great cataclysmic event taking place that's going to set it off. And we're watching as well as praying. And Lord willing, the Most High continues to strengthen us, strengthen our faith, strengthen our fear of Him, strengthen our love for Him and love of the brethren, and prepare our minds for this time to come, prepare our spirits so that we may be able to stand in this day and Lord willing, escape all these different judgments that's going to come to pass. All right? So that's just something I wanted to speak on through the Spirit, Lord willing, and was edifying with that. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Until the next one, Shalom.